Hi, my name is Jillian Hofer, and I'm going to tell you about my persuasive speech and how it went on this video vlog. What was the purpose of this speech? The purpose of the speech was to tell people about the dangers of smoking and what it could do to their body if they continued smoking or if they even started smoking. Just persuaded them not to smoke and tell them the risks that it's doing to your body and how it could kill you. How did you feel going into the speech? I was pretty nervous because this is my first big speech that I've ever done. So it was pretty nerve-wracking, but it was okay in the end. How did you work to make sure that your speaker's ethos was high? I made sure to use sources, and I even used a journal article from the CDC, which I thought was very credible because it was doctors who made it and professionals that have been in that experience. I also made it more credible by adding my sources in there, by adding the websites that they came from and the doctors and the MDs that were in there. Was your technology adequately prepared in terms of audio quality, clarity of video, image, and satisfactory recording device charged and ready to go? And what could I have done differently? I thought that my technology was ready this time. I planned my speech pretty far in advance because I had to go to state student council, so I planned it really far in ahead, and I have my video camera ready. It went pretty well. It's just hard because I don't have a stand for my phone, so it's kind of shaky, but everything else went pretty good. I probably could have changed maybe the device that I took the video on. Like I could get a camera or a tripod or something so it wouldn't be so shaky. In terms of structure and organization, what element felt natural to you and what felt odd? I felt the conclusion was natural because it just came together that I just had to bring all my persuasive facts that I found and bring them into one. So that's what will stick in someone's mind. And so I felt like that was pretty easy for me. But something that felt odd was my nonverbal cues and my transitions, because my nonverbal cues, I'm not really comfortable with doing them in front of a camera. How did you consider your audience when developing your speech? How did your audience respond to your speech? I tried to consider the words that I used. I tried to use smaller words and more understandable words. And I thought that my audience responded well because they understood what I was saying. What do you feel was your strongest persuasive argument? I felt it was that telling everyone what could go wrong in their body and what their organs would do. Do you feel you had an advantage of solid logos in your presentation? Why? Yes, because I know everyone knows the dangers of smoking, and they were interested in figuring out what it could do to your body and what you're doing to your body and the damages that is going on inside of you. What did you do in your speech that worked and what didn't work? What areas can you target to improve? I thought that my main points came together really well. I used a lot of research and sources, so that came together. I think that I didn't do very good on my nonverbal cues because that's, again, not very natural for me to do, and it was just hard to do it on camera and with an audience. And I also think that I need to work on my transitions. Connect your learned experiences to your class readings and concepts. Include at least one specific chapter with a page number from the section in which you are referring. I thought that my pathos were good because it says in Chapter 9, page 68, in our speech book, it says the emotional dimensions of appeal that influence an audience. I thought that I had good pathos because I influenced the audience by telling them that I didn't preferably like when my family or my friends smoked or the smell of smoking. So that gave a little emotional connection and helped them kind of threw a line out there and connect with what I was saying, and maybe they were like, oh yeah, I don't like that either, so then they were more interested in listening. Thank you for listening to my vlog.